Hey, you bitches and witches. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine if I started my videos like that?
What's up, bitches and witches?
Hi, what's up? My name is Kendall. That's just a thought I had this morning, and I was like, what if I introduced them as bitches and witches? It's fine. I'm feeling a little crazy today. You know why? Because I'm trying a slicked back bun. Who is she? Who is she? So does it look good? Does it look bad? Let me know. Let me know. Be honest. Don't lie to me, girl. This is my first time ever, I want to say. Well, I did one a long time ago, but I would never step out of the house with it because I'm a slick back hater, okay? I'm a slick back hater. But I feel like today, she's gonna give with today's look. So let's dive into it, guys. Today we're doing, oh, hi, hello. My name is Kendall. Welcome back if you're coming back. If you're new to my channel, what's up, girl? Let's hang out. Subscribe. If you like makeup, if you like a little bit of tarot, if you like life, if you like whatever, I'm your girl, okay? Make sure to subscribe. Love you. Be a part of my little fam. Just so you guys know, skin is prepped, which means just my skincare is done. Now I'm gonna do my brows. We're hopping right into this, baby, because I'm super excited for today's look. I always do my brows first, okay? If you do your brows later in your makeup game, you're better than me, I guess. If you guys don't know how I've been doing my brows, I do a pomade first and then I go in with my NYX brow pencil. But what I've really been liking doing, this is really disgusting, but it's fine. We're gonna use the last of it. Okay, so I dip an angled brush in it. This is the M401 brush. And what I do is go up like right before my arch, right? And I create these brush stroke hairs, creating the tail shape of my brow. I do have my brows microbladed, so there's a little bit of guidance there for me, but it's very, very old and very, very faded. Love, hate that. The reason I'm doing this is because my brows are very scarce at the tail, like the brow hairs themselves, and it's just leftover microblading, so I like to add just a little bit of dimension into the tail of my brow. I like it to look thick. If you're gonna try this technique, it does take a little bit to kind of get it down because it was a learning process, girl. Pomades I haven't worked with since 2016 block brows. I'll put it here. Now going in with my NYX pencil, I just kind of fill in between where I put those strokes, just to blend things all together. It's gonna look bad before it looks good, okay? Just trust the process. I like to start to create a little shape to my brow, but I'm not gonna be too crazy about what the shape is looking like right now because we're gonna carve them out, and that is where the brows just come to life. Rough draft, this is kind of what we're working with. Gonna go through and brush very lightly over what we just did, just to kind of blend it all together. See how different it's already looking? Like, that's exactly what you want, girl. Now that the brows are filled, going in with the Anastasia Brow Setting Gel. I love Anastasia Setting Brow Setting Gel. What is this called? Brow Freeze Gel. I love her. She's my go-to girl. I also have another gel that's in my makeup kit. Guys, can I just talk to you really quick? Hold on, we're gonna pause that thought.
She will, in fact, not return to this thought.
Because guess what? I originally had a drawer in a dresser. I had 2 drawers full of makeup, right? And I wanted to film this cute video for you guys of me finally going through and organizing all of my makeup. All of it. Took 2.5 hours to record that, and I was gonna post it on TikTok. I did the little thing where it's like ASMR, where you're like slamming the stuff in the drawers and like organizing it, you know, like real cute. I have a 7-drawer dresser over there that's full of all my stuff. I made a cute video. I spent so long on it. And guess what? TikTok deleted all my drafts. You know why? Because I got a new phone. And I am stupid and didn't realize your TikTok drafts are saved to your device on TikTok for whatever reason. TikTok, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but fix your damn app, bitch. Are you serious? I lost so much work. It's not even funny. So many hours. Oh, so many hours. But that video was gonna be so cute because I get to show you all my makeup I have, and that like I've built my makeup collection over the past 10 years, and I really just wanted to like, I was so proud of it. Anyway, let's start cutting out these brows. I always recommend using your foundation that you'll be using in your makeup look if you're going to be cutting out your brows, because it helps the shade match better here when you have a full bead on rather than having a concealer down, because sometimes it makes it very bold and very much different between the two tones. Does that make sense? So when I cut out my brows, I start low, but then I start working up into this area, right? Work up into this area, follow, and make the shape that I want. You're gonna do the same thing on the top. This is just shaping up and making the exact arch and cleaning up any mess from earlier, which I am very messy when I do my makeup, so that stuff was all over, okay? Look how beautiful that brow is now. It's the perfect shape that I want. I do take the foundation onto my eyelid because this is gonna be a prep for our eyeshadow we're gonna be doing today or any day, okay? I always use it on my full lid because I don't believe in eyeshadow primers. I just don't. I've talked about it before on my channel. I just don't believe in them. Like, you don't need them when foundation and concealer exist. You know what I mean? Also, I feel like with a slick back, I can be like, you know what I mean? It's giving me a little like, what'd you say? Do you know what I mean? Like a Karen's gonna come out, I think. We're gonna get into today's eyeshadow. I don't know if I showed you the inspo pic today. Probably not, because I've been yapping today. Gonna throw the inspo pic here today. This is kind of the vibe we're going for. So we're gonna prep the lids first though. How I prep the lids is going in with a setting powder and just setting all this foundation we just laid down. This is gonna make it 10 million times easier to blend your eyeshadow out, and it's not gonna get clumpy and it's not gonna sit in the lines. Fantastic. I'm gonna be going into what foundation and setting powders I am using today later in today's video, so stop freaking out. Also, how do we like this new camera? This is on my new phone. I like her. She's making me think I don't wanna get a camera for Black Friday. You tell me. Hear me out. I don't know what step to start with first, so we're just like freeballing today's look. Because I really wanted to do the liner first, but I feel like doing the eyeshadow first will make my life so much easier. So today, you guessed it, we're using the 18CT Matte Essentials palette. I don't believe you can buy this anymore because Morphe puts out palettes and then like discontinues them. But if you can find a similar palette, I pick this bad boy up all the time. There's so many neutral shades. We've got the cool tones. This palette is what introduced me to being a cool toned girl, okay? I feel like these two colors here, is what she's going for, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. I think what I wanna do is start with the lighter color and really focus on this inner corner because this is where the magic is. This is one of these looks that I'm just so happy I have eyelids as large as the fucking moon, because I have so much space to work with and fuck up. You know what I mean? Like it's not as hard to clean up a fuck up when your eyelids are humongous. I want to keep this in the inner corners, but kind of bring it about a quarter way onto my eyelid because I want it to blend really nice into the white. But I also want to take this, where is it? I also want to take this darker gray and mix it with this gray and kind of just, ooh, I washed this brush so it was super stiff. I just want to mix these colors a little bit together and just hit the inner corner very, very lightly, just tapping in there because I don't want to overdo the dark in the inner corner. I just want to add a little bit of dimension and darkness to that inner eye to get kind of a better transition. Guys, the trick to eyeshadow, I literally just told people at work this weekend that were like, you're the eyeshadow queen. You always have your eyeshadow done. It looks so good. I don't know how you do it. Okay, first of all, thank you. I don't even know what I'm doing. Second of all, I will say that as soon as I started treating my eyeshadow like painting and being very light and very particular, you want to place your makeup with purpose, right? Like you don't just want to like, you know? Like some people are like that, that's great. But if you want to do like really fun, precise, creative looks, there really is an art to it. And I like to treat my eyelids like I'm painting. So being really light with it and just kind of like playing around a little bit, blending colors, being very particular on what colors you're using, what colors you're mixing, your placement, your brushes. Like there is so much that goes into makeup and creative looks, but also like they are so achievable. You don't need the most expensive tools in the world to achieve the makeup looks of your dreams. I started out with all drugstore makeup, started out with brushes I found at Marshall's for like $4 a pack, Like, you don't need all the fancy stuff to have a kick-ass makeup look. I grew up with my best friend, Jillian. I don't know if she watches these or not, but my friend Jillian, she was that girl growing up. Like, she always was so cute, makeup always done, like, cutest stuff, cutest clothes, like, that girl, right? But, like, all her stuff was from, like, Kmart. And it was like, fuck yeah. If you don't know what Kmart is, you might be a little young on my channel. Just kidding. Kmart is like a smaller Walmart, I guess. I don't know, guys. You describe Kmart to me. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a smaller Walmart. But she always looks so put together, and it's just like, girl, you don't gotta spend $1 million to look good. Go to Kmart. You can't anymore because it's closed. But like, you know, don't sleep on Walmart clothes. Going in with this white color right here. And we're just gonna drag this in the middle and blend it in with that dark color there. But I'm gonna drag it out like 3/4 of the way because I don't want it to be all the way across my lid. The way that this girl's photo looks, it looks like she has nothing on the outer corner of her eye. It's kind of like a reversed eye. I'm gonna bring that white kind of higher up, not completely under my brow, but pretty high up there just because that's what it looks like in the photo, girl. I don't know. Back in with that first lighter shade we used here, just to kind of blending in the white and kind of getting up into this inner crease a little bit. When you are balling on a budget, and trust me, I'm the first person to know, okay? I know about that life. Don't sleep on drugstore makeup, and do not sleep on shopping at Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, their pajama sets this year, chef's kiss. They're so cute and super affordable, by the way. Okay, you're a little crooked, babe. What are you doing? I want to do the inner corner of like the sparkle, what am I saying? The highlight. I do want to do that first. So I'm going in with, this is the P. Louise and Michaela collab liquid highlighter in the shade Eternal Ice. This is the Dream Droplets. This is their liquid highlighter. I've had it forever, but I'm going to be taking this. Take it on the back of my hand and then pick it up with a brush. Just kind of a fluffier brush. It is a liquid, so just beware, you know. And I'm just gonna throw this in the inner corner because she has a very, very, very bright inner corner. I don't wanna do it after my eyeliner's on because I'll get it everywhere. It's not gonna be as like bright and icy as hers because this has underhues to it, but it's gonna catch the light really pretty. I have a vision. Don't be judging I don't have my nails done right now because my nails are not doing good, girl. She's struggle busing, every single one of them. 10 struggles going on, okay? And let me tell you why. Because my nails are so thin from having Gel X on them. Going back in with the gray to kind of mellow out in here just a little bit. I had the Gel X on them and I had them for a while, like maybe 3 months. And the last time I went, they had to really like drill down on my nails. And I think they made them so thin that like they hurt. So guess I have to pause doing my nails. This is kind of what we're working with. I'm going to go in with the eyeliner right now and start that process. So the eyeliner I'm going to be using today is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is just a black liner. She's my go-to girl, but I think I'm going to switch to the Fenty one because I tested her out the other day at Ulta and she's that girl. So I think I'm going to switch to that next, maybe. But for an affordable option, we're going with NYX. It's kind of giving Hunger Game vibes in the inspo of like whoosh, a little flowy like fire moment of a liner. I'm going to start where my eyelid kind of ends here and follow my crease up and kind of like flick it out. We'll see. Okay, we're going to start with that. It's fine. We're gonna try to get the other side to match. Here's my problem. I have hooded eyelids. Do you see that? That's why that's gonna look funky there. We're not exactly even. It's okay. Everyone calm down. Going in with a very, very small, this is the smallest makeup brush that I have. It's supposed to be very pointed, but I just washed it, so she's a little sad looking. But this is the P. Louise brush number 159. Going in with just a straight up black on this. We're gonna kind of use the black to blend the eyeliner. So just making the line a lot more soft than what it currently is. And this can also just make a really good buffer of like covering up any mistakes that you make in the liner. Guys, I don't know if this is gonna look good, and if I have to wash it off, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, this side is so thick. Hold on.
Ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers.
Ah, I look like an alien. I think I'm gonna just mellow out the top of the black a little bit with a gray shadow, just to kind of make it not so intense at the ends. Oh my God, this isn't even and it's driving me freaking crazy. Okay, no, you know what? That's gonna drive me nuts. So I'm going in with the brush that we used for carving out our eyebrows. I'm just gonna kind of try to erase this big chunk here. Even when I don't know what I'm doing, I'm still gonna try. Fixing it up with the gray shadow, just to cover the concealer or the foundation we just used to kind of clean that up a little bit. Okay, she's a little more clean. I wanna do the full eyeliner to see how it all kind of comes together. The eyeliner she has is literally just a wing. Okay, sorry I can't talk to you during wings. You know how it is around here. Both wings are on. I wanna go in these inner corners because they're just looking not very blended to me. So I'm just gonna take that light shade of gray and kind of use that to blend out what we got going on. You definitely wanna avoid, if you're gonna go back in and do this, you wanna avoid getting this shadow on top of your liner you just did. So I should have done this before I put the liner on, but you live and you learn, you know? Okay, they're not the most even things in the world, I understand. I'm literally just a girl, leave me alone. In her photo, she has some white going along like the top and the bottom of her wing. I'm gonna try it with eyeshadow first. I know that's probably a liner that she's wearing, but my white liner is extremely chunky and I don't love it. So I'm gonna try to do it with white. Okay, it's kind of showing up, right? Like a little bit. Kind of working, but so far for the eyes, actually, let me do the other side. I will feel better when my full face is on because that's typically what happens for me. I don't feel good about an eyeshadow look until I have a lash and a full face on. Before we get a little too crazy here, I do want to go in with a topper. This is by Milk Cosmetics. It's the Bailey Sarian and Milk Cosmetics collab that they did for Fatally Yours 2. This is their topper in the shade Tempt. It's very beautiful. It's super like holographic, or however you say that word. I think it's holographic, right? Why does it sound weird? I'm gonna pick this up a little bit on a flat brush. This is the Morphe M224 brush from their old collection. Not sure what the new one is called. I have it over there, but I'm not gonna go grab it. I'm so sorry. It's gonna hit kind of like mid lid with a little bit of shimmer. Again, with my blending brush, I'm not gonna pick up any more color, but I am just gonna bring that gray up into the glitter again. So everything is blended nicely. Guys, my look is not gonna look anything like hers now that I'm looking at it. Let me go in and kind of buff this black out a little bit more. I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? Or am I butchering it? I don't think I'm totally butchering it. Like, I think it kind of works, right? I don't know, we'll see when the base is on. We're gonna add in our lashes. So just gonna hit the top lash with some mascara to kind of prep for that strip lash we're gonna put on. Gonna be using kind of like a, what is this called? I'm just gonna be using a strip lash. This is a wispy. That's the word I was looking for, a wispy. My lighting is kind of getting a little funky, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a lash on and swap out my lights. JK about swapping my lights, my other one's not charged. Drew on a lash, but I also deepened up black in the inner corners just to make it a little less like just a line, you know what I mean? So I definitely think that I like it more with with more of like a transition into the gray rather than just like a black line. But let's see if throwing on a base will throw this all together for me, because I don't love this right now, but usually if you're new around here, this is how I am. I hate my eyes. I hate my eyeshadow looks until I put a base on. So I did my skin prep this morning, but I do want to put on a really quick primer. So today I'm using the NYX, the face glue all over the face. Is anyone else like that? Like before you even finish your makeup look and do your eyes first? I always do my eyes first in case I get eyeshadow all over my face, and I'm pretty good at my base right now, so if I ever do an eyeshadow look after my base is on and I have to clean up or wipe off my beautiful base, one, what a waste of makeup. Two, I'm gonna freak out. I've been getting really dry right here, so I'm really gonna rub the shit in right here. Gorgeous. Okay, foundation today is going to be the House Labs foundation because I'm gonna be wearing this makeup look for a long time today. I love using the House Labs for when I have makeup on for more than just a couple of hours because there is some skincare in here and this is really good for sensitive skin. So this is my tried and true when I want to wear a long wear makeup. Just because I don't feel as bad and I don't feel like whenever I wear House Labs for a long time, I'm never in that headspace of like, I can't wait to take my makeup off. Like this feels so nice on my skin and I never feel like dirty, I guess. I don't know. Is that the right word? Probably not. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Where's my mirror? I'm getting nervous. Where's my mirror? So we're just going to kind of tap this into the skin with a sponge. I'm not going to be using a brush today just because, to be honest, it's dirty. If I keep using it, it's gonna break out my skin, girl. And look how good my skin got. Finally. Oh my God. If you guys missed it, please go watch last week's video or 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago now. Please go watch my skincare video. I'm super proud of it. And it's just like my skincare routine that took my skin from being really, really bad to like semi-decent again. And I finally am in a skincare routine that I feel like my skin is glowing and like feels good all the time. So I'm super proud of that. And also I'm to the point of like, I've been taking really good care of my skin overall, like body and everything. So if you guys want to see what that looks like, I can definitely do a video on that. But that is my one thing of 2025 that I'm so freaking proud of myself for, is getting my skin back on track and taking care of my skin and really taking care of my overall body skin as well. Because I feel like I always neglected it and now I just like, it makes me feel so feminine. You know what I mean? Like having a skincare routine I stick to and it actually is working. Having a body care routine that actually works. And I just feel like it's my little piece of feminine energy for the day, every single day. And I love it. Concealer today is going to be the Born This Way concealer. I really love this concealer for full glam looks and full coverage because it's so thick and it feels so good under the eyes. Too Faced is so slept on. All my coworkers hate Too Faced. I don't understand it because I love Too Faced. Like Too Faced is that girl for me. I use her concealer and I use her contour stick because it's just so creamy and it blends out so quickly and so easily and it actually lasts all day. So I don't know what their beef is. I feel like I'm giving Black Swan a little bit. I'm here for it. Like I said, guys, going in with the Too Faced contour stick. This is in the shade. What is this? Hello? What are you called? Chocolate Souffle. This is my girl. Look how, ooh, look how creamy. Look how creamy. Somewhat affordable. Okay. It is a prestige brand, so it's not going to be like your drugstore prices, but this product has a lot of product in it and I love her to death. This is something that you've probably seen in all my videos for the past several months, and it's because I love her. I love her. A technique I do sometimes with my cream is that I go in with my blush on top of my contour, and then when we blend it all together, and I've really been loving how that looks because it's just so like melts all together. Blush today is the NARS. This is the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush in the shade Brazen. Taking the M242 brush, blending this out really nicely. See how that just melts all together into one section? Like, I love it. And I love it. And I love it. And I love it. Nose. I don't contour the nose. If you're new here, I do not contour the nose. I just bring it up and kind of down the sides. Okay? The forehead, I just kind of get up into my hairline a little bit. And see how the brows just mesh together so well with the foundation? See how it's not a weird transition color? That's why I do that. Just to get some of that glow in there, I am going to go back in with the Eternal Ice liquid highlight. You don't need a lot of that, so I usually just put it on one side. And then with the same brush we used earlier, I'm just gonna kind of pat that there and then bring it into the other side too. And then I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Blender and kind of dab this into the higher cheekbone. Just to give a little bit of that shine, do you see that? It's just gonna create a really good base undertone for when we kind of powder everything up and finish everything off. Today I'm doing my powders a little backwards. I know, sue me, sue me. I'm gonna do my loose pressed powder first and then top it off with brushing the powder on. My loose powder today is the Dermablend powder. I love this setting powder. It is so, so good. And it's honestly like, this is the illuminating banana powder. I love this powder because it's just a dream. It's just a dream. It blends everything so good. So I'm gonna start with going under my eye to set this area. The key to setting your under eye, guys, I can't say it enough. I know I've said it in previous videos on my YouTube and my TikTok, but listen, the more powder that you put under your eye, the less likely your mascara is to transfer onto your skin under your eye and give you that raccoon eye, okay? When we have a lot of powder, it makes your mascara kind of just brush over the area rather than come off on the area. Does that make sense? So I get right up under the eye here. I like the banana color because it's gonna brighten up underneath the eye. So you can see how that just like completely blurred all my pores, all my shininess, all my creases underneath my eyes. Next is a new product that I am absolutely obsessed with in my skin routine or my base routine. That's gonna be the Estee Lauder. This is their, let me get it right. What's this called? I forget the precise name for this. I think it's their like double wear pressed foundation powder. I think that's what it's called, but this is in translucent light. This product has been my girl. I love her more than anything in the world. She is gorgeous. She is stunning. It does come with a little like powder puff. It's not the greatest thing in the world. So I'm just going to be using my own. And then I'm going to go in and set my entire face. See, I'm a matte girl, so I like a lot of powder. A lot of powder. I don't like a lot of glow. I don't like to look shiny. I like to look very matte, but luminous. And there is a difference, okay? Because a glowy look is very dewy, very wet looking. I like luminous, where I have a glow, but it's a different type of glow. After I press that powder in, I go in with a little brush and I pick up more of the product and just kind of go over some extra areas that I may need some coverage. So right here where I'm kind of having a breakout, I'll go over a little bit more. Tapping this under my eyes, not swiping, but tapping. Setting the face really, really good. See how matte I got? That is what I like, but I'll show you how I bring the luminous feeling back into your skin. I will say that if you are someone who struggles with acne and you do like to look luminous and glowing, I feel like the best way to achieve it is to stay away from your glowy products. Stay away from anything that is glowy, a luminous foundation, anything like that. Stay away from that if you have acne, because the formula in those products is going to settle around each and every single blemish on your face. If you choose matte products first, especially as your liquid products, and you set your skin really, really good with a powder, the next steps is where you can bring your skin back to life and give you glowy looks. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. The first step is we are going to contour our face. Contour, bronze, whatever you wanna call it. Technically bronzing, but I say contour because I am using it to kind of carve out my cheeks a little bit. Let's not be technical, girl. Okay, let's just try it. So today's contour shade is going to be NYX. I usually bounce between my NYX and my MAC, but today I wanna do NYX because I really want it to like stand out since my hair is slicked back. To do this, I'm using the Morphe M241 brush. This is just like a really nice angled brush. Picking up this product, you don't need a lot of Miss NYX. She is a formula, girl. She is a formula. I say it in every single one of my videos, but she's a formula, all right? So we're gonna start really high on the cheekbones up by the hairline and tapping it into the skin. Remember, I wanna do this. So I'm starting high and bringing low. I'm not coming way over here. I want my face to kind of snatch upwards. So I'm gonna focus it kind of near my temple up here, okay? See how nice that is? Do you see the difference in my face already? I kind of have more more structure going on. I also like to bring some down my nose. Nothing precise, just to kind of give her back some color. And then I always make sure to go where I put those cream products, so up around my hairline. I'm gonna take what's left on this brush that we use to contour and go down my neck. We're a little more matching. Not to my hands, but you can do that later. Am I gonna do it? Absolutely not, because I don't give a shit. But you can also take your makeup on the back of your hands. It's totally up to you. I don't really care. Life goes on, my makeup's done. Do you know what I mean? It's not that serious. If I was on a red carpet, someday, but not today. Next is blush, okay? This is where you kind of bring in the luminous, the glowy look. That's not too glowy and can really help your skin out if you're acne prone. So as you can see, just that contour alone, mixing in with our cream products and that highlighter, that liquid highlighter we use in just this area, see how much that's illuminating my face already? I'm telling you, there's a method to my madness. Blush today, girl, is going to be my NARS. I believe this is the Orgasm X. Yes, this is the Orgasm X. Love her so much. She is a perfect shade of pink if you don't want pink pink, and if you don't want too deep of a pink. Do you know what I mean? Not like the 90s pink, which I love, but not today. So this also has just a hint of shimmer in it. So this is also gonna help you with that luminous look. Taking this on the M203 blush brush, picking this up only a little bit because she is very pigmented as well. Super high on the cheekbone again. So I like to start way up here, kind of by the corner of my eye, and take her up into my temple. That is gonna help this as well. Do you see how luminous she is? Ugh, it's so good. I think what's really important, especially if you're acne prone, is to not use an luminous setting powder. Make sure it's a matte setting powder or just a typical setting powder without any shine or glow, because when you get that shine and glow all over your face, it doesn't look good on acne prone skin, okay? That's just me being your big sis here. It's just not gonna look good. So use a matte powder and then illuminate with your other products. I love her. She's so pretty. I do a little bit on the tip of my nose. I don't know why, I just do. Last but certainly not least for our complexion today. Actually, what's going on here? Let me just buff this out on my nose because I don't know what happened there. That was kind of crazy. Okay, last step for our complexion today is going to be the Anastasia, what is this called? It's going to be the Anastasia Glow Seeker Highlighter in the shade Ethereal or Ethereal, however you say it. Just like a fluffy brush. I don't know what brush this is. Oh, yes, I do. I lied. ColourPop F33. Don't know where I got this. She works like a charm though. So this highlighter is super, super gorgeous. I honestly recommend her. There's a ton of product in here. This will last me forever, like a couple years. Okay, so it's definitely worth the higher price. But I'm gonna take that on a brush and I'm just gonna hit where that glow already is happening on my face very lightly. And it's just gonna enhance it a little bit more. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Like, shut up. And then I do it on my nose. And I like to do it up my bridge of my nose because my 2016 makeup routine is still here, baby. Now, before I hit underneath my eyes at all, I always go ahead and spray my face with my setting spray. I know that people like to wait till the end. I don't like to because when my face gets wet, my mascara will absolutely come down underneath my eyes and that will send me into orbit. So today's setting spray, we are using the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. This is supposed to be the one size dupe. I think this works like a gem. I did order one size because it was on a Black Friday deal. I know, I'm so excited to get it, but for if you need an affordable option, this is gonna be your go-to girl. It kind of feels like hairspray on your face, which is exactly what you want when you're using a setting spray. Urban Decay is on my shit list, just so you know. They changed the all-nighter setting spray formula. Do not recommend her anymore. She's absolutely trash. I've tried her, I tried all three, okay? The natural, the matte, the glow, whatever vitamin C they call it. All of them do not set your skin good. And honestly, I think they ruined my makeup. So I don't recommend. That's just my experience. That's just my experience. All right, shaking this bad boy up, spray your face. Love it. Now let's finish up under these eyes. So let me look at my inspo pic. Hold on. Under the eye, she doesn't really have a lot going on, but she does have a little bit of black liner. And it looks like she has some just kind of in the outside waterline. The middle of her eye, she seems to have like that shimmery white again. For me, I'm going to be using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I have had this forever. I don't even know if it'll show up. It should. But we're just going to hit like the middle of the eye, like here. Last step before we hit the lips, and we're going to finish the eyes off with our bottom lash mascara. The eye has grown on me now that I have my base done. My eye has absolutely grown on me. I think I do like it, and I think it's really pretty now that I have a full base on and can see it kind of all coming together. Now what we're gonna do is move on to our lips. So let me grab my lip products, and you betcha we're using MAC products. Bringing you in a little closer to the lip. Honestly, guys, I'm really, really liking the makeup so far. As you can see, I have like a little moment happening down here. I don't really know what that is, but whatever, it's fine. The liner is going to be obviously MAC, like I said, the Boldly Bare, and then the lipstick. We're gonna try Flesh Pot and kind of see how this works. I usually use it as like a center lightning color, but I'm gonna try it all around today and see what happens. So let's go ahead and line our lips. If you're anything like me and you don't know where your lip line is because it's really faint, like see how faint mine is? I usually go like this. And see how that line is like way up here? That's where I'm gonna line my lips. See how that immediately gave me a little lip filler action? You're welcome. Okay, now that you're lined, or I'm lined, I'm just gonna kind of wipe off whatever other color was on my Flesh Pot so I can get the actual Flesh Pot color. MAC lipstick, obviously. Is that cute with this look? She has a very light lip on. It's how she has it in the picture really, so I'm gonna stick it to this. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you learned some new tips and tricks. Let me know what you think of this look down below in the comments. Don't mind my mess and my no nails. I'm so sorry. I like, not perfection, but also like not the worst thing I've ever put on my face. We've seen some of those. Yeah, we have seen some of those around here, but you don't know unless you try. So I encourage you to just try a makeup look this week that is a little bit out of your comfort zone and show it to me down below in the comments. I want to see you guys' glam. I want to see people trying things out of their comfort zone. That is what my channel is all about. If you're new around here, my name is Kendall and I'm all about just trying the dang makeup. No matter what, you can do it. This is the whole reason I started a YouTube channel, is to show you guys, like, even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you can absolutely do it. You just have to like have the courage to try and get out of your comfort zone and just see what happens. Like, I didn't really get into eyeshadow until I was like, well, I lied. I got into eyeshadow pretty early at like 15, 16 years old, even earlier than that, probably 13 to be honest. But I didn't get into like really deep creative looks until, I don't know, 3 years ago or so. Whenever I started my YouTube channel is when I really got into the creative looks. And that is how I found my passion for makeup again. So you never know unless you try. And if you fail, wipe it off and try again. It's really that simple. That is the soapbox I absolutely will die on. Just try the makeup, girl. I promise you it will. If you just love makeup and you want to do makeup, just do it and see what happens, okay? What's the worst that's gonna happen? It turns out bad? Wipe it off, try again, girl. It's not that serious, okay? This is gonna be the final look, guys. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. Don't forget to check out my videos of all my get readies with me. Of course, I have a lot more makeup content on my TikTok as well. I also have Instagram and Facebook if you're interested in those socials also. I said as well so many times. This is why, it's fine. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Also, let me know what you think of my slip back. Okay? Is it giving egg or is it giving like boss girl? Because I'm trying to go for boss girl. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go and stop chatting with you. I love you so much and I will see you in the next one. Love ya.